Right then, this is a walk around video and for a simply amazing CR-V. Apologise, it's going to be a bit noisy this morning. They're working where we are, so this is actually slightly quieter, believe it or not, than where we're meant to be. This car is one of the cleanest CR-Vs we've ever had, regardless of age or mileage. This particular one's a CR-V 2-litre EX automatic, 62 plates, so first of the shape. 62,500 miles, fitted with tons of extras. It's got the exterior styling pack, side steps, rear spoiler, metallic paint, ivory leather interior. It just is a gorgeous looking car. Styling pack looks just so good on the car. You get the front and rear extensions to the bumpers underneath there, but the condition of the car is absolutely extraordinary. I'm in the shade, by the way, not to hide anything, quite the opposite. You actually get to see more imperfections when you're parked in the shade rather than in direct sunlight, so that's why we do it, or so a professional photographer once told me. Front of the car, lights, lenses, clear, intact, no cracks, no condensation. Front bumper, incredibly clean. Likewise, bonnet of the car is absolutely beautiful. I can hardly see a stone chip anywhere on there. Near side, passenger side, just mirror smooth in the panel work. Near side front alloy, absolutely lovely. Panels are absolutely stunning. Near side rear alloy, again in lovely condition, just a little blemish on the outside there, but it's about as much as you're going to see on the outside of this car. And then come around the back of the car, you see there the extension at the bottom on the bumper for the styling kit. And probably my favourite angle for these CR-Vs is this one, the 3/4 at the back. It's just completely transforms the look of the car, in my opinion. It really does. Panel work again is just mirror smooth. We've washed the car, we've not polished it. That's exactly as it came to us. And as I said, I think this is one of the cleanest we've ever had. And probably the best part's yet to come, because the interior is in just stunning condition as well. And then final alloy, again, absolutely lovely. So exterior wise, get a microscope out, you're going to find something, but in all honesty, for the age and mileage of the car, that is an amazing car. It's coming into the boot area. This is normally, this and where the rear seats are, is where the CR-Vs show their use, because obviously this is where the family sits, or the kids sit rather. But this one, I mean, it looks almost factory fresh. It is incredibly clean, and it's a credit to its owners who've kept this in this condition, because I couldn't ever keep a car as nice as this. It's coming into the back, wide opening rear doors, absolutely colossal amounts of legroom in the back there. Leatherwork is in really good condition, and this leatherwork looks stunning in the flesh, so videos sometimes make it look a bit odd, but it really is gorgeous. Lovely piped mats to match the seating. It's really lovely. It's coming to the front now. Again, absolutely stunning condition. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's a repeated theme in this video, and I apologise. I'm going to go over and over and over and on and on and on about it, but really is quite an extraordinary car. Coming to the front now, driver's door cut, again unblemished. Footwell area is wonderfully clean. Sorry, I got my shadow there. And driver's seat, the only one that has any wear at all. You've got minor bit when you get in and out, but in all honesty, compared to most of this age and mileage, that is infinitely better than anything I've seen. So we're inside the car now. Engine's running this section so the dash can be seen illuminated, which, surprise surprise, looks absolutely as new. It's just sat nav working absolutely perfectly. Pop the car into reverse, you get that lovely clear gridded parking camera, all working exactly as it should. Up to the dash binnacle. Engine's running, no warning lights on at all. 62,597 miles. As I said, quite often a video really can't get over just how lovely a car is, but this one is truly exceptional. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key are both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a wonderful car. This is a Honda CR-V 2-litre EX automatic. This particular car is registered, if I can remember, VA62LFG, and mileage at the start is 62,591 miles. As always, the reason for doing these videos is very simple. It's to ensure that if anyone's looking at our cars online, they actually get to see the cars we're advertising actually in operation. The reason we feel it's important is simple. It's because we know and we've wasted our time to go and see cars which look perfectly good, only to get there and drive them and find they've got a fundamental issue which shows up when you drive the car. So hence that's why we do it, and we can report back anything to you. We also do the road test on these lovely quiet country roads in this lovely part of Gloucestershire. This also forms part of the road test route we take customers on, so hopefully then it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car itself, clearly with the Honda history attached to the car, you'd expect it to be mechanically good, and it doesn't disappoint in any way. Push button starts on the EX models, engine starts instantly, settles to completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge is running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. The engines are simply brilliant. Everyone knows a Honda build reliable engines, and this is by far and away the most reliable engine in its class. They're reliable, they're long lasting, they've got timing chains, no timing belts, so no big service scheduled on them. But it's also a lovely engine to use day in, day out. It's sweet sounding, keen to pull, pulls all the way through the rev range with real vigour. It's just a wonderful, wonderful piece of engineering, and it feels as it would have done when it was new. It just feels so crisp. Gearbox in the car, slick shifting gearbox as you'd expect of a Honda, because the gearbox is much like the engines, are beautifully manufactured. We've never touched one in all the years we've been selling one, so they're tough indeed. But it's very well matched to the engine, because what Honda done obviously is sort of choose the ratios carefully to extract the best out of the engine in terms of economy and performance. Notwithstanding reputation, you should still do the checks on any automatic gearbox, make sure there's no fundamental issues, and that's basically just make sure when you select it into drive or reverse there's no nasty delays and clunks as it engages, and when you're on the move as I am now, each gear change should be smooth, and these are all but imperceptible, so it's absolutely perfect. Steering the car is fantastic on the CR-Vs because it's very un-SUV like. It's really precise and accurate, very well weighted. It makes the car feel lovely and secure and solid on the road. And because you've got quite a small diameter steering wheel, it just makes the car feel nice and sort of manoeuvrable and not unwieldy like so many of its competitors. It also tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Suspension wise, that bump there is a horrible bump, which is why I always go over it and try and talk about it at the same time. Reason being that if there's any kind of mechanical noises coming from the suspension, it shows there, but there's none at all. It's absolutely solid as rock. And the suspension, again, because the CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world, and it's easy to see why, because it hits that sweet spot between giving you a very comfortable, compliant ride, but also very good body control through the corners, so that you don't get huge body roll angles, you don't get lots of kind of wallowing and pitching going on with the car, which makes it very, very comfortable, in particular for the rear seat passengers who aren't sort of bobbing around all over the place. But it's very well done. Brakes on the car, I'm going to give them a bit of a shove. I'm going to wait till the last minute to turn right in a second. What I'm going to do is give them a really hard shove, hard enough to get the hazard lights on, which is what I always try and do, and put my keys onto the floor, unfortunately. But the brakes are perfect. Basically what I'm looking for is good bites, which they do, but I don't want to feel any kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, and there was none at all. So it's a bit late in the day for doing videos, and the sun's a bit low, so if it's a bit glary, I do apologise. Coming inside, I love this lighter interior, always have done. It doesn't appeal to everybody, I can understand why, but I actually personally love it, and lots of our customers do as well. Reason being is, on very hot days when you get in a black car, it can be baking inside. This keeps it a lot cooler. And also, if you're wearing shorts like I am today, you don't burn the back of your legs when you get in and out. And on those really cold, horrible, miserable, deep winter days, it just adds a brightness to the interior of the car, and again, doesn't feel as cold when you sit on them. Well, and obviously you've got heated seats anyway, but I think it's just the best of all worlds. And ironically, it's actually really easy to keep. As long as you keep baby wipes and a cloth in here, if you spill something, baby wipe it, dry cloth it, it's clean. Very easy to keep, to get up together, and it is in stunning condition in here. Absolutely stunning condition. We've not cleaned it yet, and it's virtually good enough to sell as it is. We will obviously go around it, but it's one of the cleanest cars I've ever had delivered to us, and just a wonderful place to sit. You've got this very highly equipped dashboard, but one that doesn't phase or intimidate in any way. Very nicely laid out. You've got the big screen sat nav all working perfectly. You've got a dual zone climate control system, which offers you the choice to have different temperatures side to side, and it's blowing out absolutely ice cold air, by the way, so all good there. Switch gear in these CR-Vs is absolutely superb. All the buttons you press have a very high quality damped feel to them, and they'll be like that in hundreds of thousands of miles. We know, because we take them as part exchanges with 250,000 miles and they still feel the same. Binnacle in front, simple, typical Honda, just beautifully laid out. You can instantly take the information in, and it doesn't give you any more information than you actually need, which is really nice to see. Steering wheel feels like new in hand, by the way, so let's stop here and let this chap go. That's just the parking sensors. I'll turn them off so they're not beeping at us. This is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V, because not all CR-Vs are four-wheel drive. Basically, you don't do anything. The car does it all for you. There's no buttons to press. Because Honda worked out again that the vast majority of its customers would be driving as I am today in perfectly good conditions, where you don't need four-wheel drive. Because the problem with cars with permanent four-wheel drive is it's permanently on, so you're going to use more fuel, you're going to get through your tyres more quickly, and you're going to put more mechanical stress through the car. So this basically runs in front wheel drive pretty much the whole time. It's the most efficient way to pull a car along. Should it need to go into four-wheel drive, if you pulled away on snow, ice or mud and the front wheel started to lose grip, it instantly, before you can react, brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive, and it's absolutely seamless. It's like someone gently pressing the hand on your back and shoving you forward. I've got a CR-V which I tow a caravan with, and I've never come close to getting stuck with it. What's also good about it is its simplicity and lack of use gives it its reliability. 3 decades selling Hondas with this system, and we've never so much as put a spanner on any of them in terms of the four-wheel drive system. So it's a very well proven system indeed. As I said at the start of the video, the point, brief as it may well be, is just to show the car in operation, but to feedback any issues that are obviously manifesting themselves. There's nothing at all. It drives as tight as a drum. It really, really does. And whoever is lucky enough, and they really will be, to get this car, will be taking a simply wonderful car. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate. Do give us a call.